Hello, my name is Jennifer Moss from WGVU. On behalf of Groundswell, I am here today to talk about how you can help protect our water. In order to protect our water, we first need to understand local history and how human activities have impacted the Grand River. Today we will learn how Native Americans interacted with the river and why white settlers chose this area for their home. We also will learn how the river was used by some of the first businesses of Grand Rapids.
Native Americans began living in the Grand River Valley more than 2,000 years ago. These Native Americans were believed to be part of the Hopewell culture. They built mounds throughout the region for burial and religious sites, as well as other purposes. They had a village along the Grand River and used the river for transportation and food. In about 1700, more than 300 years ago, the Anishinaabeg established villages in the Grand River Valley. One of the largest villages was in the area that is now downtown Grand Rapids. The Grand River was a vital part of this village. The Anishinaabeg used the river for transportation and food. Settlers of European descent began moving into the area in the early 1800s. A fur trader named Louis Campow settled on the east bank of the Grand River in 1826. He is known as one of the founders of Grand Rapids. 24 years later, in 1850, Grand Rapids was officially established as a city. The river was a critical part of the new city. It served as a water-based highway, supplying the city's businesses with raw materials from the northern part of the state. Logs floated down the river from forests up north. Mills in the city pulled the logs from the river, marked with their company's stamp. The mills then processed the wood so it could be used to build the furniture. By 1876, Grand Rapids was known throughout the country for the high-quality furniture produced here. It was nicknamed Furniture City, and it's very likely this would never have been possible without the river. By 1900, about 90,000 people were living in Grand Rapids, largely due to the furniture industry.
The river was altered a lot as people used it for logging and furniture production. Water was diverted through the canals built to provide power for mills. Walls along the banks of the river were constructed to protect the growing city from floods. Dams were added to drown out the historic rapids and to make sure the water was deep enough to float the logs to the furniture factories. But our relationship to the river has changed. It is no longer used to transport logs, and water quality is improving. Now, the river is part of our city's culture. The Grand River runs through the heart of Grand Rapids, and we want people to re-engage with the river in a new way. Through the Grand River Revitalization Project, we are restoring natural habitat and transforming the river into a recreational destination. As part of this project, the dams will be removed to help restore the natural flow. We will also be adding more locations where people can access the river downtown. This project will have a major economic and environmental benefits for Grand Rapids. It will add $15 to $19 million each year to the local economy. It will also improve the river ecosystem and habitat diversity. This includes providing more places for sturgeon to spawn and increase habitat for threatened and endangered species. The revitalization project will break down the walls that prevent people from interacting with the river downtown. There will be more opportunities to get out on the water, whether it's for fishing, canoeing, kayaking, or your favorite activity. We are very excited to make the Grand River a central feature of our city once again.
Thank you, Stephanie and Matt, for sharing your knowledge of the river's history and future. Check out our other videos in this series to learn how Groundswell students are involved in this effort. Together, with your help, we can keep our water clean. This video was made possible through support from the Wege Foundation, Great Lakes Stewardship Initiative, Grand Valley State University College of Education, and WGVU.